about to get into Blueprint Live. Be sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask Blue Jay, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin, Young Jock, checking in. And right now, you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite, MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill. What it do?
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Oh, Fabo!
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Gary P, the DJ of Boot Camp Radio. You're tuned in right now to Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. Let's go.
I like you. Let's start it out. We back. It's 2022, y'all. This is an oldie but a goodie. Let's get into it. I like you. Do you like me too? Okay, y'all know my anniversary is coming up, and this was our jam, the second year of Blueprint Live, y'all. So get into it. This is I Like You by Not Them.
I just love the conversation, getting lost in your eyes.
We just gonna jam out for a quick second. Gotta make sure that the vibes is good. I got the candles lit. I got a great show for you tonight. It's going down.
Come on, let's make this thing official. Just me and you. If we got us, then no, we can't lose. I got your back, no matter whatever issue.
Let me get in the comments. Who is joining me tonight? Hey, Lauren. Shout out to Random Thoughts in the building. If you're just joining me, make sure you drop those businesses in the comments. I want to connect with you, and somebody needs what you have to offer. So drop it in the comments. Lauren, thank you so much for tuning in with me. Make sure you share it up, okay?
I like you.
I like you.
Do you like me too? Do you like me?
Okay, I just have to rock out. First off, Happy New Year, everybody. My goodness, the last time that we were on, I took the last week off for December because I tell you all that rest is important. We cannot forget about that as far as rejuvenating ourselves and coming back. So it's 2022. I am ready. I have an amazing guest with me tonight that is going to, oh my goodness, I'm really, really excited about this. So first off, before I go any further and bring my special guest in, if you're looking to advertise with me, okay, and have a commercial placement on the show, make sure that you visit the bpmediaco.com, or you can follow any of the pages and reach out to me. I would love to connect with you and see how we can get your business or initiative or any of your music out there. Like, remember, this is not about me. It's all about you, okay? If you liked what I opened up to tonight, that was I Like You by Not Them, okay? Go and follow them on all the streaming platforms. Like you all know, personally, I'm a Spotify girl, but I have them all throughout the Blueprint Live playlist, so you can find them on my playlist. You can find them anywhere. Make sure that you all go and support our independent artists, okay? And like I said before, make sure that you're dropping those businesses in the comments. Again, I want to connect with you. Let's network tonight. Let's do it. Shout out to my amazing sponsors, okay? Fiya Infusions. They are coming back, you all. They've got some products that's for the people, okay? If you are in the canna world. So make sure that you go and support, go and drop that like on the page and share it up. Black Dollar Days. Okay. Now, you all, Faye has been dropping some knowledge on her page. She wants to connect with the Black-owned businesses. She is here to help also promote you. So this is another platform. Make sure that you all go follow Black Dollar Days and visit the blackdollardays.com to register your business so that we know who to shop with on those the days that she's doing the initiative, okay? Now it's time to bring in my special guest. So I want to go ahead. Let me just introduce, okay? We have, I feel like he's a good friend. I just talked to him just now, and I feel like we've been knowing each other for a while, but Yvan Demosthenes is coming in, okay? He is the CEO of HamiltonDemo. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him in right now. Yvan.
How are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. You got me pumped up.
Look, let me tell you. I've been excited to talk to you because, a little bit, I know we're just meeting each other on here, but I really, really try to bring different resources and like connect people that, like if you need a service or if you need something, we want to be able to connect everyone. And when I, was researching about HamiltonDemo, which is your business, you've got nationwide reach.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about HamiltonDemo.
Yeah, from California to New York and everywhere in between. So thank you for saying that. Happy New Year to your guests. Thank you for having me on the show as your first guest of 2022.
Yes.
And I usually like to start my story or the HamiltonDemo story, talking a little bit about myself so people get a better idea of how I got here, and hopefully that will resonate with what HamiltonDemo does. So I was born in Haiti, and at a very young age, I was maybe 6 months old. My parents came to America, and we lived in New York. And at the age of 10, my father, who's a physician, decided he didn't want to live in New York anymore. So he moved us to, of all places, Lima, Ohio.
Okay.
And
you got to tell us what the area is like, because we're in the Chicagoland area.
Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what it's like. So for those of you that don't know about Lima, Ohio, where it is, those that do know will confirm that the center of the universe really revolves around Lima, Ohio. There is, everything is connected to Lima one way or the other. It's you have to be there to realize it and live your life. It's an amazing place. But let me just tell you, at 10 years old in 1980, as a 10-year-old Haitian boy, I stuck out like a sore thumb. Right? There weren't a lot of Haitians running around in Lima.
I was gonna ask what that's what I was leaning towards. I'll be honest.
Yeah. They all lived in my house. My sister, my brother, my mom and dad. That was all there. That was all the Haitians.
Okay.
So fast forward, went to school there and started getting really interested in diversity.
Okay.
As I said, I stuck out. I was a little unique, and I embraced my uniqueness. But it made me aware of everyone else's uniqueness too. It made everybody special. And we didn't call it diversity then. People were just different. Tell us what it was called. People were just different.
Okay.
Right. And I had friends from all different backgrounds, and even today they're still my friends. And growing up, went to the University of Cincinnati. Go Bearcats.
Come through. You better represent.
Oh yeah, go Bearcats. UC, yes.
Absolutely.
And one thing led to another, and I got into the world of sales. And as a salesperson, I started specializing in the human capital space. I started off with
you were the one that was really making the moves.
Well, it was an interesting time because there was Y2K. We were just coming off that. The economy was booming. Technology was really starting to be part of our everyday lives. Some of your listeners might not realize it, but not everybody had emails back then.
They did,
right?
Or internet.
Yeah. Internet was a luxury. As a matter of fact, you remember the phone dial for the internet? You had to get on the phone.
Yep. I remember.
Yeah. So all those things were going on, and the beginnings of the internet and technology as to attract talent and people were just really at its beginning phases. And I was there, front row. I was part of it. So building these relationships, I would always talk to decision makers and my clients and mention diversity to them.
Okay.
And as chance would have it, whether I was a career builder, monster, professional diversity network, wherever, they were usually a little apprehensive. Yeah, they would
listen to you, but did they really listen to me?
They were polite. Let's just say that they were polite.
That's right.
And I started realizing that the clients that I built rapport with and became a trusted advisor to, eventually they would call me up, whether it was the middle of the day or on a Saturday.
Yeah.
They would call me up and they would ask me for advice, to do research, for consultation. And and then I started getting it. And so I stuck to my guns, and along the way I had one of my bosses at the time. We walked out of a meeting and he said, you know, you're the only one who ever talks about diversity to all of your clients. You know, that's, and I looked at him, which I looked at him with a straight face, because I was the only person of color on our sales team. There's about 10 of us. And
I would love to just have a conversation with you about what you have seen corporate wise, because I had a podcast called Corporate Chronicles, because I've been in the corporate world too. And it can be rough when you're the only one that looks like you, you know, it can be difficult.
Yeah, I'd say it can, but perseverance. Sometimes you have to have thick skin. And when things pierce through the skin, you got to show up the next day.
That's right.
And I'll even admit for myself, there were probably some times where I should have stood up and said something.
Yeah.
But just in the interest of being able to move forward and continue, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll even be more honest in saying, although I realize that now, I'm not sure that even going back, now that I recognize it and know it, I don't know if I would still have the courage for all those instances, right? Yeah. Maybe a few, but maybe not all. I mean, honestly, we see things all the time, and I would love to tell you stories offline. I can't tell you.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like offline.
Yeah, because you know what, there is something here, because I've had clients say some of the things to me that you would never imagine in your whole world, if you can even like make stuff up. They say to me, and you actually desire that to a point, because they trust that they can be unfiltered and take down that guard.
You can get a real look at what it is that you are putting your clients, you know, into.
Yes, everything. So everything I've done has been business to business, right? Okay. So I go to companies and say, hey, Macy's, you've got 20,000 job openings. How can I help you fill 20,000 jobs?
That's right.
And then I help them create that pipeline, that candidate pipeline. But there needs to be for me to do my job, I need transparency. I really need to know who they really are, not what people necessarily see
them as.
See them as through commercials, but what's the culture like? What's the experience going to be like, not only as a user applying and going through the interview, but when the doors close and you sit down behind the desk, or you're at the cubicle, or you're standing at the counter, what are the expectations? Is that person going to feel strong? Is that person going to feel that they're in a career? So learning about those companies, and my master's degree is an MBA.
Okay.
And it's
okay. So you get the back, you know, both sides, you know?
Yeah. I mean, just the way that things have kind of fallen in place for myself, because you study cultures in these textbooks, and then I got to actually see and feel and experience all these cultures firsthand, which I was always just feel so blessed for. I got a friend that one of his favorite sayings is, I'm too blessed to be stressed. That's Mr. Sean Bohannon, principal in
I love that.
Covington School District. Too blessed to be stressed. And right now, talking about that, that's how I feel as well. So
that's right.
Yeah, it's been quite the journey, and building all these relationships, creating networks of pipelines of candidate, whether you're military, whether you're African American, whether you're a female, whether you're just somebody just trying to get ahead in life, or, you know, I'm getting a little bit older. One of the fastest growing work demographics is 55 and older now. Right?
Really? Yes. Isn't that crazy how the times have changed? Because it's like they're supposed to be getting ready to like retire, and it's so different now.
It's so different. So when I was growing up, people retired at 65, right? And then you know, and
that was the end. live
That
their
was
life.
it. Yeah. My father's 82 years old, and he still wakes up every morning and goes to work. I've got people. I met a young lady at one of the banks here at an event. She's 71 years old, and she's cranking it out 9 to 5 every day.
That's
People,
crazy.
yeah, people who are 65, 66, 67, I come in contact, and they're applying and expressing interest in jobs because truly the I think one of the secrets to longevity too is being able to have a purpose and desire and enjoy working. And when you
Right.
can enjoy working, it gives you all those things. It gives you that purpose, and it keeps you young. It keeps you sharp, keeps you going, right?
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
that's number one. And um, there's also the thing of there's not enough people in this country. I won't get into politics with you,
Okay.
but there's just not enough people. It's called a brain drain, right?
Okay.
Where I live in the Midwest, there's been a brain drain for a long time. Even in Chicago, you don't have as much of an influx of people coming in to fill the jobs that are opening up.
That are
There are more
open.
there are more jobs than there are workers. So that demographic is really providing something that without it, things could be a lot worse, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well,
and plus you talk about the wisdom and everything else that they bring to the table.
I was really one thing that I loved about your business is that you and correct me if I'm wrong, it's veteran owned, correct?
Yeah. So my business partner is an Air Force vet. So
Yes.
when we started putting this on paper, and
Mhm.
paper's a nice way to say it. It was more like a Starbucks napkin, but it was
Do
very
you know
important.
my business? I wrote my business plan initially, like it came to me, and I wrote it down on a napkin with one of my girlfriends while we were at a bar. Ivan,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
got to tell my real story.
No, so yeah, we were supposed to come together because we're on the same path. And it was very important to me to be a designated company, whether
Mhm.
that was minority owned or whatnot. And
Okay.
we decided to go the path of veteran owned.
Okay.
And that was 5 years ago. We've been in business for 4 officially.
Okay.
And we're on our 5th year. We're little by little, we keep building and growing and doing great things.
Yep.
And yeah, so he's a veteran with the Air Force, and we are certified through the Department of Veteran Affairs. So that's our VBE certification.
Do y'all
So we're
hear it? And let me ask you a question. With those benefits, with you all working with veterans, is that also extended to like their spouses?
so oftentimes there are opportunity where it extends to their family members.
Okay.
So remember, we are more business to business. So
Okay.
we don't like when our doors are open, we don't necessarily have individuals coming in to us and stating, hey, find me a job. Now, for
Okay.
friends and family, we can help. We've got a network, so we can make introductions. But usually it's going to businesses that need an executive director. I was with a nonprofit earlier today, and they're
Mm-hmm.
looking to bring on a new executive director. A company like Macy's or Chipotle, they need
Okay.
workers. We
Right.
can help them anywhere from hourly workers to management to
The
senior
salary.
level people.
Yeah. That's
Construction
amazing.
company. We have a construction company that builds clean rooms. And with the pandemic, they're booming. Business is booming. So we're helping
Absolutely.
them with project managers, HVAC, construction, etc.
Okay.
So we tap into those pools of candidates, and we always make sure to give our beloved veterans a little bit more coaching. And if they're not 100% right on, we try to provide a little bit more insight to help our veterans and their family members out
Okay.
100%.
That's right. No, I really love that. Thank you. And thank you for just providing that detail because my dad was also in the Air Force and
Oh,
he is
great,
now
great.
retired. So and my mother was in the Army. So I come from like
Wow.
I have service members in my family. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Hey, tell them to come work for me.
Look, we're gonna talk off air, okay? Because
Yeah,
the reason why I asked that specific question is because I have someone that I think that I know for sure needs an opportunity, and like I told you earlier, it's all about connecting people to the resources. So anyone that listens in will be able to just be blessed from your journey that you've taken, and also what you're doing to also help businesses and people that need job placement because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it never gets old. I tell people it's one of those things when you deal with people there's always the unexpected.
That's
Right?
right.
We talked about the things that I've heard that you would never imagine ever hearing,
Yeah.
but also you talk to a candidate who you're on the phone with for 20 minutes and then they hang up on you and then you can't get a hold of them, right? It's like,
Right.
wow.
You
That
got to do
just
your part too.
yeah, that's those things never really ever feel good. You never really get over it. You just got to persevere and move forward, right? But then on
Right.
the other side, when you get a phone call from someone who just got a job and they're thanking you and telling you the impact that it's going to make on their lives and their family's life. And I will share a story with you. I was working for Chipotle in Ohio
Okay.
for their restaurants, and I called a young man, and on the phone, he asked me if it would be okay if I spoke to his brother. So I
Mhm.
said, "Sure, come on, young man." So I spoke to
Yeah.
him, and then their mom was on in the background screaming and yelling. And I asked the young men what were they doing to upset their mother, and they said no, she wants a job too. And I said, well, you better get off the phone and put her on the phone.
Right.
Long
There
story
you go.
short, 3 days later, all three of them got hired, and
Yes.
they
How awesome is that?
yeah, that was 3.5 years ago. So, as far as I know, they're still there,
Okay.
and yeah, they used to call me regularly to thank me and give me updates and tell me how things were going. I haven't heard from them really since the middle of the pandemic, but yeah.
Yeah.
So those things,
No, that's amazing. That's
yeah,
absolutely amazing.
those stories,
I love
those
that.
stories never get old.
I I would imagine. So tell me, what can we look forward to with Hamilton Demo for this year? Or like are there some other things that you're going to be doing that we can support?
Yes. So some of the exciting things, like I told you, some companies I've been lucky to provide services to some companies that are in a growth trajectory.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna be pretty busy
Okay.
uh, with those companies, and they're gonna be all types of companies. We like to focus on mid-level professional and executive roles and placement for those roles. We've got a lot of different resources and partnerships that we utilize to
Okay.
bring those candidates to our clients. So that's exciting.
Okay.
Also,
Amazing.
we are getting ready to have an office in New York, in Manhattan. Yes, and I'm super excited about that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, as soon
That's
as we can,
awesome. Congratulations.
yeah. So I'll be sure to share that with you and take a picture. Uh,
Please do.
Literally, this pandemic is holding it up. As soon as it's safe, as soon as my wife will let me drive to New York and spend a few days there,
Yes.
without fear that something will happen or I'll bring something back. We're gonna get that done.
Okay.
And
I'm so
yeah, and
excited
then,
for you.
yeah, thank you. And then with keep your fingers crossed. We've always had this dream of doing more with state and federal government. So we're in the process of exploring the GSA
Okay.
procurement process, and we've got our application in. So
It's
we're gonna
already done. It's already done. It's done.
thank.
You're just waiting on the start.
Yeah, thank you. So we're like the little engine that could. So I'll ask your listeners if they're on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram to go out there and follow HamiltonDemo. Whenever you see something of interest or something that sparks something in within yourself, give us a like. And
yes, I got, you see, I got all the information down there for them, so you can't miss out. Okay.
Yeah.
And I put your website too, so that they can learn more about you if they're just tuning in with us tonight. And I'm, just thank you for sharing your journey, and the fact that it was like you were able to see that there was more diversity that was needed around you, and you directly impacted that. I am, so happy and excited for the things that are going to come for you and HamiltonDemo. I think it's going to be great.
Thank you so much. And let's not forget those organizations and companies, the ones that embrace it and strive to have that resonate within their organizations. Those companies have more profit as their bottom line, and they generate more revenue, and they sustain within different environments, whether things are going up, down, sideways. Those are the companies that tend to come out bigger and stronger than they were before. So there is a business case for diversity. 100%. It's the right thing to do, not just personally and for humanity, but also for business. It's the right thing to do.
Absolutely. I thank you so much for coming on. This is going to be a prosperous year for you and for HamiltonDemo, and for everyone that's tuning in and that's get in tune. Okay, I need you all to go and follow the page and stay up with them. Okay, but
yeah, and promise me you'll come to Cincinnati.
Hey, I have a friend that is in Ohio, so I will come and check you all out. And look, if not there, definitely New York. Okay.
Oh yeah, Chicago. My brother's an attorney in Chicago, so
what?
Yeah, he lives in So we can meet up in Bucktown. But if you come to Ohio, I have a part ownership and invest in a brewery, and it's one of the best here in Cincinnati. Yeah, so it's
we got to talk off air. Then we got a lot of things. Okay. Chicago meets Ohio. Well, no, Illinois. Illinois. Let me not say Chicago. Yeah. Sometimes we just try to just do like Chicago. We're just gonna claim that. No, Illinois meets Ohio. That's you got it. I've got to come and see your brewery. I can't even talk. Yeah. I got excited because thinking about food and drinks.
Oh yeah, the food there is great. Look, we'll talk. I'll show you the menu. You'll be excited.
Absolutely. Well, look, thank you so much for joining me. Everyone that's tuning in, make sure that you all go and follow. This won't be the last time. You got to come back.
Oh, I would love to come back.
Absolutely. Well, look, have a good night. I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
You too. You all make sure if you're just tuning in and you missed my special guest, I'm going to keep his information up for a little bit. I have to take a quick break. Okay. And then when I come back, I've got tonight's Hate It and Love It. All right, you all, give me just a moment.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. All right, y'all, it's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Hate It and Love It. Okay, it's 2022 style. So, my first Hate It for tonight. Okay. I wanted to know why during the holidays, everyone was so upset about the families that had their matching pajamas on. I don't understand it. I will never understand that argument, okay? Like, it's a little bit too much, okay? Hold on 1 second, you all. So, hold on, let me go back in. But yeah, why were you all upset? I really don't get that. Like, what's the problem? Why are we mad at the pajamas, y'all? Y'all mad at the families for their matching pajamas? Oh, wait, Be Your Own Kind says she has a family in Toledo. Okay, we going to Ohio, baby. Road trip or a flight. We could do a flight and then get a rental car. Absolutely. Okay, we're not going to be mad at the families for their matching pajamas. Stop the hateration and holleration. My other hated it. So I'm going to tell you guys about this. No, I decided I'm not. Well, I had a I don't know if I want to share. Should I share? Nope. I'll give you all that next week. Anyway, my love it for this week is going to be the show Queens on ABC. Okay, Eve, baby. Y'all, did y'all used to love Eve's show? I'm talking about Eve the rapper. Did you all used to love her show Eve that she had, her self-titled show? Baby, on Queen, she is acting her butt off. She is so good on this series, you all. I need you to go ahead and tune in. Okay. Because I messed around and watched like the first season. I was like, oh my God. And then I watched the whole season. I ended up binge watching it. You know, I was on break, child. So I was watching me a little television, you know, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my God. Everyone did so well, and it was just such a great plot and a nice twist to it. I really, really liked the show, and I was so happy to see it on ABC because after Shonda Rhimes took away How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal, I feel like I haven't been the same. I'm not a Grey's Anatomy girl, but I don't, you know, I've watched a few episodes, and it's a great series. It was just, by the time I started jumping in, it was like, I can't do it. Be Your Own Kind says she thinks that the pajamas are cute. I agree. I was trying to get Anthony in some, but he was just like, no. So we decided to reserve that until we have kids. Yeah, because we don't wear pajamas. Evie, how you doing, Evie? Renita, you're silly as hell. Y'all, Be Your Own Kind put the EVE, how you do it. She's a mess for that, but yes, and you know I remembered it. She also said Brandy is dope too. Yes, Brandy's great though. I missed the show Star. Okay, that's my second hated it. My second hated is the fact that they took Star off after a bomb season finale and left us all in a panic and not understanding what was going on with us. Fox. I mean, it's Fox though. What can we really expect? Yeah. I can't do it. So that's that, okay? Now, let me get into the nerve for this week, honey. Let me get into the nerves. Let me take a drink, though. Evie, how you doing? Evie. Renita gonna have that in my head for a while, okay? The nerve, the absolute unmitigated all of the CDC for cutting down the quarantine days from 14 to 10 and then cutting it all the way down to 5. Please stop. Please stop. Stop. Everybody got COVID at this point. Everybody got COVID, and you all are continuing to decrease the timeline of when we need to stay away from people. The nerve of the CDC. Why are you all doing this? That's my rant. Okay. That is my rant. I don't understand. Be Your Own Kind. Yes, they did end Star too soon. Star had the same producer as Empire, and that affected the show. Boo, don't even tell me about that. I don't even want to know. They all janky over there. But anyway, the CDC getting on my absolute nerves. You know, and it's like I had a situation where someone, you know, that I worked with had it, and it was like, okay, should they come back? Should they not? Should they come back? Should they not? And I'm just like, you know, outside of having family members that are at risk, I don't know. I can't deal with it. Be Your Own Kind said they put it on business day status. That's exactly what they did with the quarantine amount. They're just like, yeah, 5 business days. That's it. You'll be healed. Y'all sounding real foolish out here. The 10 days was at least enough, but I guess people are suffering in the workplace because it's like everybody has COVID. Nobody's making a correlation that it's just like, this is probably the reason why. I don't know. It's just a little bit too much for me. So that this week, that is what the nerve is. The nerve of the CDC to be changing the dates and the times and how long people need to stay away from each other if they got that work. Okay. We're not doing that. And y'all need to stop. That's pretty much what I got to say to the CDC. Stop it. Okay. So y'all already know what time it is.
Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Okay, y'all. So this one, we got to give credit where it's due. Hold on one second. I just want to get this together. Tonight's What Would You Do? So this is a little bit, this actually, it is a What Would You Do, but kind of not. I saw this morning. I'm in the car on my way to work on, going into my daytime job. And I usually always get an opportunity to catch Love 'Em or Leave 'Em on WGCI. So shout out to the morning crew. So this one is from because you got to give props, the WGCI morning show. Okay. This is the Love 'Em or Leave 'Em for today. So she wrote to Kendra and she said, Kendra, so my current boyfriend wants me to get rid of all the stuff my last boyfriend bought me. He was an athlete, so he got me a car, several designer bags, shoes, and jewelry. You know, the normal things. I honestly don't see what the big deal is. He is adamant that he doesn't want me to wear anything he bought me when I'm with him. And he wants me to give the car back. I do have another car, so technically I don't need it, but I love it. It's a cute Lexus coupe. So I think he is tripping. I am over my last relationship, but I don't understand why I have to give my stuff back. Let me take a drink. Because baby, that's tough. That's tough. It's screaming just a little bit of insecurity for me as far as on my side, because I'm just trying to understand, like, why does it matter? I mean, I think it comes down to maybe he's feeling a little bit insecure about things. Like, I can't afford to buy you gifts of this magnitude, so get rid of it so you don't have any memory of what was. I mean, I don't really understand the point of why this guy would actually need, why he would need her to give the stuff back. To me, it's not really a big deal. Like, my whole thing is that if I meet a dude, right? Say if when I met Anthony, he didn't have, he had gotten some lavish gifts from his ex or whatever the case is. Like, as long as there's no signs that are pointing to the fact that he's still dealing and accepting gifts from this person, I don't really think that it's a big deal. Oh, wait, Be Your Own Kind. She just said, wait, what? So the young lady is basically saying she used to date a baller. She used to date an athlete. He bought her a lot of nice gifts, including a car, designer bags, jewelry, and clothes. Her current boyfriend that she's with now, I'd like to emphasize that, boyfriend, said that he would like for her to give it back. And she doesn't see what the big deal is. My whole thing is just like this. I'm not asking you to give back any of your items. If your ex gave you a PS5 or PS6, whatever level they're on, or a Nintendo Switch or some shit that you liked, if that's your ex and you're not dealing with your ex, I'm very secure as far as where I am, and that's one thing I could say as far as like myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even when I got with my husband, naturally, we kind of intermixed worlds. He was from the city, I was from the suburbs. So when we would go into our little areas and we would like see people, or like people that we used to deal with, I'm not going to have a jealous bone in my body because I'm just like this. I don't really care about whatever experience you had before me. I'm here now. I'm here at this moment. I'm present at this time. So it doesn't matter what an ex gave or whatever the case is, because it's just like, are you really going to, if you a dude, right, and say you want like a Camaro or something, and your ex buy it for you, but y'all just happen not to work out, but she like, you can keep the car. Why would I ask you to give your Camaro back? We together now? Like, I mean, I guess I just don't get it. Like, be your own kind, said, but it's hers, boy, bye. That's how I feel. Like, get secure in yourself. You are the man now. So you may not be able to buy her a Birkin or a Lexus coupe, but you might be able to get her a Toyota and a goddamn Coach. Do what you feel like you need to do. You don't have to act like that. That's ridiculous to me. So as far as what would I do, I would keep my things, and I would talk to him about maybe some things that may come off as insecurities, but I wouldn't label it that. If it were me, and my man was saying that to me, I would just be like, you know what? I'd like for us to just respect the fact that we came to the table with what we came with, and we leave with whatever we decide that we're going to leave with. But I'm not going to ask you to remove any of your items or part ways with any of your items. And I'd ask for you to show me respect and not do the same. We talk about on the show every time with these what would you do's, it's always it comes down to one thing that is missing in a lot of situations. It comes down to communication, right? It comes down to being able to communicate what you need. And I'm sorry, you might be able to keep stuff from your friends, your family, your coworkers, or whatever the case is, but with your significant other, you all are supposed to be having conversations that could get damn near ugly sometimes, right? To get down to the truth of whatever it is. So him wanting you to get rid of your stuff, the young lady that wrote into Kendra on the WGCI morning show, she ain't had the conversation as far as like what's triggering him at this particular point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, or asking the questions to try to figure out, why is this so important for you to want me to get rid of my things? What does that have to do with you? If somebody got me a Tiffany necklace or some stuff like that, and just because, you know, we ain't together, but I really like my necklace and I'm thankful for it, my new dude shouldn't feel no type of way about it. That's just not how it goes. I don't know. It's weird. Hey, Auntie Tracy. Hey, girl. Be your own concept. I would hit him with the we need to talk. Absolutely. We need to talk, because the bottom line is, and I'll tell you this, and I've said this to some of my female friends before, you know, that are either in long-standing relationships or married. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. You also have to know when to stand up for yourself when you know that whatever somebody is saying to you is rooted in some bullshit. Let me say it again. Okay. Learn to be able to call people out. You know what I'm saying? If it's somebody that you're in a relationship with, learn how to stand your ground when needed. You don't have to go to every battle and try to win, right? You don't have to do that, because that can start a war. But what you can do is that things that you feel firmly about, let them know your stance and try to work on a resolution where you meet halfway, right? Like, I am not going to give up these items because I've grown to like these items outside of the person, right? Is what she should be saying to him. But I want you to feel comfortable. So can you talk to me about why this is such an issue for you? Let's communicate about that. If you communicate and get to the root of a lot of different things, as far as when you have a dispute, whether if it's with your man, whether if it's with your friend, your family, your coworkers, whomever, there's always a root to things. And my whole thing is that what pissed me off was, you're a boyfriend. The boyfriends and girlfriend stuff is cool at first, you know, unless you are cool with being in a long-standing relationship and not being married. We are talking to the people that seek marriage and would like to move forward as far as taking things to the next level within their relationship, commitment-wise, okay? The next thing would be marriage after boyfriend and girlfriend. You a boyfriend and trying to call husband shots. No, baby. Go back down to the level that you at. Boop. Level 2. 3 levels. You haven't gotten to that. You can't be telling me to get rid of my stuff, because she'll get rid of the Lexus coupe, and baby, he'll go on right off to the sunset with somebody else. Do somebody know a dude or a girl like that? Will fight hard for you to do something, to get rid of something, or part ways of something that's important to you, and be gone with the next person. Let's have a real conversation. You don't get to do that. Hey, Auntie Tracy. Hey, girl. Be your own concept. First it's the things, then it will be the people. Say it. Girl, Renita, you just took the words out of my mouth. Sounds controlling to me, is what she posted. Yes, absolutely. Why do you care? Why do you care? Like, I think about things that's important to do. Like, what if she went to his house and was like, oh, your ex-girlfriend had this basketball rim installed? Take it down. What is this basketball rim doing to you? What is this purse doing to you? What is her jewelry doing to you? Okay. As long as she ain't wearing no engagement ring or no crazy, stupid stuff like that. But if he got you a bedazzled necklace or something, girl, tell him stop being insecure. Because this is the thing. Women and people try to put insecurity just on women. But these men be insecure too. And I'm not shading nobody. What I'm saying is that at the root of insecurities, there is the root to whatever is going on. And when you get to that part and you start digging deep and having those type of conversations, he'll likely just forget about the fact that, like, hey, you know what, man, maybe I shouldn't ask you to get rid of your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know until you talk about it. So there has to be a conversation. Auntie Tracy said, stand on it. Absolutely. She also said, boop, LOL. Okay. I thought that was a really good one. And I like the way I didn't hear Kendra in the morning team's response, but she, they have some really like good ones on there. And I love tuning into that part because it's like, y'all need to talk to somebody, talk to y'all elders, get some advice on things. Cause y'all need it. Okay. Yeah.
Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
All right, so y'all ready to hear something that's in the news that when y'all hear it, y'all gonna be like, I'm not surprised this is in the news. So what's happening and what's up? And it's something I'm a little sad about it, so I want to speak on it. Because even though it keeps happening. Tristan Thompson fathers yet another child outside of Khloe Kardashian. And let me take a sip. Sis need a sip. This is some expensive tequila and strawberry raspberry lemonade. Okay, just to give y'all a little bit of sense. I hate no matter what, I mean, Khloe Kardashian, she did some things. She pissed a lot of people off because she done been, she kind of be swerve on into people's relationships. No shade though. I mean, everybody moves differently. However, even out of all of those things that she's done, what people don't necessarily approve, let's be honest. I don't think any woman deserves to get embarrassed and humiliated as much and as intense as Khloe Kardashian. I'm like, baby, your other sisters, they be like, let me show you how to pimp. They have that type of spirit and mentality. And it's like, she keep going back. And I'm wondering, I'm like, being in a relationship myself, even before we celebrated 10 years last year, and I don't think I celebrated that enough, so I'm gonna just boop boop boop. Love you, Anthony. I love you. But it would hurt me if my significant other did something like that, and the fact that he made a mistake, and he came back and it looked like that things were able to work out. I mean, he's had several women that's just like this. That's just my baby daddy. That's just my baby daddy. That's not cool. That's not cool. It's something wrong with that, right? Like, do anybody else? Maybe it's just me. Okay. I'll take it. Let me get in these comments and see what y'all talking about. Be Your Own Kind said, him. This emoji that she put up, I want y'all to know how I look on my screen. It looks mean as hell. Yeah, that's how I feel. Tracy said, pray your hands. Yeah, pray for her. Pray for any woman that's out here getting embarrassed by their significant other. Any man too, because the women be doing it as well. So that's what's happening. What's up with that, Anyway. All right, y'all. So it was a group of passengers. Tell me why. They flew from Canada going into Mexico, right? They are stuck, and it is not due to COVID. It's due to the fact that they basically turned a whole airplane out on their way there, smoking, drinking, standing up out of their seats when the seatbelt sign was on, breaking all type of rules of the air, okay? Sunwing canceled their flight, and after their video went viral of them basically partying and tearing this airplane up, okay? Acting a damn fool. They've all been denied access. Not only, I think, to get back in, but other airlines have basically banned them from going back home. They're literally stranded in Mexico because they decided to act a fool, an absolute fool on the airplane. I don't know why some people feel like that they're so invincible that they have to do stupid stuff like that, but that was stupid. Flying is how we get to different places and how we're able to, go and experience new things. So you cut off your own connection? That's kind of weird. So hopefully they all are able to get back home. They'll probably have to go by plane, not by plane, but train or automobile. Who knows how they're going to be able to get home? They had one girl that she's just like, I came down here. It was a free trip. This was gifted to me through the guy that, and check this out. The guy that actually put it all together, baby, he got back home. He ended up getting back home before they recognized that this group of people that all traveled together were the ones that tore the airplane up. He jetted up out of there. So he's already back home. I'm going to just leave it there. Don't act a fool on the airplanes, y'all. Stop smacking people up and acting a fool. Sit in your seat and do what you need to do, okay? Be your own kind of say, wow. Yes, it's absolutely wow. They stuck right now. A big thing that was going on this week was the big walk-off from Antonio Brown. First off, as a Brown myself, I was just like this. What a way to tell him to suck it. Because that's how it came off. I don't watch sports like that, but I thought it was a pretty bold move. Everyone thought that he was walking off because the rumor that was going around, which whoever spread the rumor, y'all are lame and you need to stop. But they were basically saying that they wouldn't let him play to be able to meet certain stipulations for him to get an increase in his contract. Well, he came out later on this week and said that they were trying to force him to play against the Jets while he was extremely injured, right? So he would have messed himself up probably more. And y'all know with them football players, all types of stuff, baby, they be going through some things. They be out there tackling, beating each other up for millions. I'm like, I don't know if I could send my man on the field like that. I'll be like, baby, you ain't got to go. You ain't got to go, baby. Period. Last thing of what was happening, what was up, a piece of news that I absolutely cannot use and that I was so mad that I read it, but shout out to Fiya, Z with the T. Okay, if you all have not followed her on there, she was the one that I saw it, so give credit to her for the story. Jim Jones revealed that his mother taught him everything about sex at a young age, including how to tongue kiss. Jim Jones said his mother taught him how to tongue kiss by kissing him. His revelation has sparked controversy all over the internet, and the video clip has gone viral as fans share their thoughts. So many questions here, but that type of activity and what he said, and it was more so the reaction afterwards, he couldn't understand why everybody was tripping. He's like, that's my mother. I need another drink. You're not supposed to be tongue kissing your kids, right? I'm not a parent. Can my parents that's tuning in, what? Tongue kiss? I could see if he said, she taught me how to do a kiss on the cheek. Like when you greet somebody, you like, and now I don't even do that. I'm like, bitch, this is COVID. Which, no, he said his mom was the one that taught him how to do that and taught him everything about sex. So it didn't really elaborate on those comments, but I mean, naturally, most parents will have the conversation about sexual activity at some point with their children, just to make sure that they're not going out into the world and they're unaware. I thought it was really weird. Definitely news that I couldn't use. So I had to poison you all's ears as well, because I was like, I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one here that hears this crazy ass news. So yeah, Jim Jones, I don't know. I'm going to leave that at that. I thought it was wild. Again, shout out to Z with the T. She's the bomb.com. Okay. Y'all know what time it is.
Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Let me pull these comments up. What are y'all saying? LOL. Yeah, that situation was crazy. Be your own kind said, my mom nor dad ever did that. Mine's either. Because that's weird. We don't do stuff like that. I know I didn't get a chance to tell you all what the topic was at the top of the show, because I was really excited to get Yvan on and get him out to everyone that's tuning in. But I wanted to just do a New Year check-in. I took the last week off of December, and y'all, I got the rest that I needed. And I want to do an announcement, because I know, I have my select people that tune in with me. But if you have been an avid follower for Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, I am expanding the line to include accessories. So I'm in the process of doing that, right now. And just it's a super exciting time. Like, I've really curated an accessory. I can't talk tonight. I've curated an accessory collection that I'm sure is going to please for all of my lavish people out there, because y'all know the men, like, they like to wear little earrings and stuff too. So we got something for everybody. But I'm really excited about it. And it's just like, with this new year, I'm just excited. And the word that keeps coming to mind for me is expansion. Okay. Taking the things and our efforts and those little seeds that we planted and watching them grow into a garden of opportunities. That is like really where I'm at. I feel super motivated, super excited about the things that are going on, and just trying to just keep the spirits up at all times, and I really just want to check in with you all, because typically I would do an end of the year show, but I wanted to focus on taking time off, time for family, time for me. Okay, let me get in these comments. She said, yay, woo woo. Yes, my good sis, Be Your Own Kind has something special coming for you all too. So make sure that you go and subscribe, and go and follow. Go and definitely subscribe on YouTube or whatever the case is. Everybody, we trying to grow our YouTube this year. Okay, that's it. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, if you got a YouTube channel, drop them in the comments, because I want to know. And Tracy said that is important. Yeah, it's just all about the mindset. And I don't know about you all, but the last couple of years had its challenges, and I'm happy, I feel like a little bit, definitely a lot more transparent, and just my eyes open to a lot of things. And it's just such an exciting time. Some of the things that I did last year, as far as bettering myself, one of the things that I did, and I shared it with you all very briefly on the show, but I don't mind touching on it again, is that I saw a therapist, and I would started going to therapy. And I feel like that is something that's so taboo within our community to talk about. It's like, oh, you went to counseling, you crazy. Like, no, actually, I'm good. And I want to find ways to stay good and stay in a great place, and really open my mind and open my heart to different things and different viewpoints of how this thing called life works. And it's so imperative to really do that. So, that's something that, I definitely wanted to share. And I feel like that it's done so much as far as propelling for this year and taking things up a notch. Like, I've got some really exciting partnerships, and, just some different things that are coming up that are going to be really useful for our little community here within the Blueprint Media Company. So I am just absolutely, Auntie Tracy said, yes, be a better you. Absolutely. If that's what it's all about. Like, I am only enhancing on the great things that are there, and taking concepts and things that I've worked on and keep moving them forward. Or, even so much as taking, shows or just different ideas that I've had, creativity wise, and actually putting them out there, instead of letting them stay here, it's going to be out there to you all. So, it's just crazy. She said you have a glow. I try. It might be the lighting too. I love it. I love it. But no, so if you are if you're having a good year, hell, if you're having a bad year, I want to talk to you. Okay. Make sure that you drop drop me a comment. Tell me what's going on for you in the new year. Like, I'm very curious. I want to know. Y'all know what it is.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Okay, quote of the night. This one it's not so much as a quote, but it was a list that I saw. Shout out to Pinterest, my love. This one is how to be mentally strong. Number 1, don't fear a long time. Number 2, don't dwell on the past. Number 3, don't feel the world owes you. Number 4, don't expect immediate results. Number 5, don't worry about pleasing everyone. Number 6, don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself. Number 7, don't waste energy on things you can't control. Number 8, don't let others influence your emotion. Number 9, don't resent on other people's success. Number 10, don't shy away from responsibilities. Number 11, don't give up after the first failure. Number 12, don't fear taking calculated risk. You can be strong. You can go out here. You could bench press 700 pounds and do whatever the case is. But if you're not strong in your mind, your outlook on things and what it is that you're doing, how can you truly make an impact if you're not in tune in that area? I saw it and it was very striking to me. And I love it. The quotes that come to me, they come to me. I don't try to find them, but they come to me. and follow me on at MzMetchi on Pinterest, period. I got that work over there. We cooking. We got good quotes, baby. We saving money. We doing all of that. Okay. So follow me on there. But that was where I snagged that one from. And I thought that I would share and that it would just be so great for you. Auntie Tracy said, absolutely. Your quotes are outstanding. Yes. These are the thoughts of other people and I just capture them and deliver them to y'all. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Shout out to my special guest, Yvan Demosthenes, from the HamiltonDemo group. If you are a big business and you are looking for recruiting, he is the guy. He just told you he was the guy to go to. So I need you all to go ahead and follow him. Shout out to my sponsors, Fire Infusion, Black Dollar Days, and of course, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. I'm excited. I'll be back. The break for Lavish Looks by MzMetchi has been until the 17th so that we can prepare for the, the full rollout so that you ladies can also be lavish in your shades and in your accessories, okay? I want you to be fly. I want you to step all the way out, okay? It's our treasure. Absolutely. We love it. My 3rd year anniversary for the show is coming up on January 19th, which happens to be my husband's birthday. 3 years ago, I started the show on his birthday, which is so funny. And, I'm really excited to be celebrating 3 years. I mean, we've had some awesome guests, some awesome times. And I'm really excited to celebrate that. So, this month we're kicking it in. Like right now, I have bookings all the way out until March. Like, people are trying to get on the show. If you would like to be a guest, make sure you reach out to me. Okay? Make sure you reach out. I love you guys. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following MzMetchi on all platforms, MzMetchi, and make sure that you visit the bpmediaco.com if you would like to be a guest or if you need more information on advertising with me. Okay? I love y'all and it's been real. Okay, bye.